Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars Green Planet. Okay, so after our fun little time reality shift in the last episode, we are doing not too bad. We fixed up most of the things, I believe, and yeah, we are getting ready for another dust storm. We have about a day and a bit before that arrives, but luckily we have an extra large water tank, so we should have more than enough for our capacity. So at the moment we have enough water for a week and enough oxygen for 2, so I think we're going to be doing fairly well. So either way, let's go ahead and let that store on up. I don't know how long a great dust storm goes. It seems like it won't tell us how long it's going to last for. It doesn't give us too much information, but yeah, we'll just have to figure that out. So, you know what? We're not using much fuel at the moment, so let's go ahead and I think we're going to go ahead and... Do we turn off our other fuel refinery? We don't really need too much more as it stands. No, you know what? We're going to go ahead and turn that off. We don't need that right now. That'll be fine. That should mean, though, that we are filling up this tank that a little bit quicker, which is always good to see. And then, let's see, what else can we do? Oh, that's right. We went ahead and finished the last episode with building our medical center. So that is going to be particularly nice, especially with some technological boosts in the future for extra birth rate. So either way, we're going to leave that be for now. We do have... Let's see, more power than we need. Let's go ahead and kick out a couple more people from the fusion reactor. You're a renegade and you live in Emerald. So that should be okay. Let's go ahead and kick you out of here. And then... Let's see, we could probably kick out maybe another engineer or 2. Yeah, let's see that we get... I'll open this back up again. We'll shut down all bar that. Again, we don't need both shifts at... both spots at this stage. Let's open up the bar just in case anyone feels like doing that, and that should be good enough. Yep. And so even though we do have a dust storm about, we do have our passages, so that should mean everybody can get to everything that they need. From everything from education to whatever have you, we are going to be in a pretty good spot. Alright, so let's see, we are going a little bit lower on our metals at the moment. Looks like we're slowly increasing, but again, that's a slow endeavour, and we are slowly making our way through the rest of those. Let's see, what else could we be doing? We could potentially start to expand down in this direction. That would be a good idea for another dome, which I think we could easily enough do. In fact, you know what, if we are going to do that, which I think we definitely... Yeah, I think it's been suggested that we build another one down here. Let's go ahead and see how that would look. And it's fairly easy for us because our power cables cost us nothing. So we're going to go ahead and tie this building. Oops. Let's tie that building in over here. Let's just go... You know what, a straight line, that doesn't matter. That's out of the way, that's all connected. Let's go ahead and start salvaging some of this. Now, we won't gain anything from this, but again, it does at least open up the board for our future expansion, so I think that should be fine. Let's go maybe a little bit further, and then make sure that everything is, of course, powered if we so desire. So we'll take this to there. Actually, hang on a second. No, we don't even need to do that. It looks like all of these solar panels are connecting. Okay, we don't even need the power cable there. That's fantastic. I believe that be. This concrete depot, that's not really necessary anymore. That's a bit of a legacy. Let's go ahead and salvage that since that costs us nothing. We may want to go ahead and move the dumping side as well. That could potentially get in the way. So let's go ahead and we'll shuffle that over towards... over here? Yeah, I suppose that should be okay. Yeah, that should be alright for the future. Again, we'll set that to 0, so that should hopefully be better. We'll go ahead and we'll have that set to maximum. That can disappear, that's going away. Yeah, because if we chucked in a new dome over here and we put in another drone hub, which we will be researching at some point, we should be able to start looking after this. That'll give us back our RC commander, and then more room to expand. Yeah, so even if we just go ahead and plan that, that's probably not a bad idea. So let's see, what have we got? Probably somewhere like this isn't that out of the question. As long as it's within about, what is it, 20 from the old dome? Let's just see, I think I care more about the position here. Okay, so as long as the top of the dome comes to about there, that's not terrible. So that should mean we could go about here. Yeah, that's not too bad at all, and that means we could easily tie that into the network fairly comfortably. Yeah, we could even just tie it in over here from the rest of the water and all that have you. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. That's what we will do. Of course, we do need to get rid of all of this rock from this waste site. Hopefully it's all taken closer towards here, as again, we have to set this to a 0 desirability. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do that in the future. That'll also give us better access to more underground metals. Yeah, be them rare or regular earth metals. That should be fine. Looks like a deposit has been depleted already. Oh wow, okay, so we really went through that concrete quite fast. I didn't realize that. Alright, so the 200 we have is the 200 we've got. Let's go ahead and salvage. I suppose that's better than nothing. The concrete, that should be ferried away from here. There's 150, so that should be fine. We do need to keep a careful eye out for more concrete solutions. Yeah, there would be another one down here. We might... Yeah, if we build another dome around here, maybe we go ahead and put that there. That should get access to this, and potentially that. Yeah, and then we could figure out some storage. Yeah, I think that's probably the next direction that we're going to be traveling in then. So we'll leave that be for now. We'll let that get destroyed. We'll figure out what to do with all of this extra waste rock and all that. Apparently we have a split grid for some unknown reason. You know what? That doesn't even need to be an issue. Let's just go ahead and dismantle all of this. That's no longer a factor. So let's say goodbye to those old power cables. Alright, so... yeah, I think that's just a matter of legacy. We are now back down to one single grid for our life support, which is nice. We have 11 grids as far as our electricity is being told, but I think that's simply because we have oh yeah, like the individual wires here and there and a few other things. So I think every time we use a dome, that's not necessarily attaching it to the same grid. So that would be one grid down here, potentially a second grid over there, a third, yeah, and a fourth, maybe even a fifth depending. I'm not really sure how the game wants to calculate that, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Alright, so we're not really...
Sector scan.
Yeah, we're not really worried about any of that. I think that's a bit of a misnomer. Some excellent scans for more resources is really good to see. We're scanning down over here. Let's keep it going and we'll go... Actually, no, let's get rid of that one. Let's work our way... Let's work our way back up again. I think that'll be fine. In fact, you know what? Let's make sure that we go for the ones that have the most likelihood of getting some kind of anomaly. If it's just this kind of funky, rugged terrain, we'll save those ones until last. I think that seems reasonable. Also, let's find our explorer. Whereabouts are you? Yeah. you don't need to be hanging out down there anymore. Let's bring you back to base just in case something goes wrong during the dust storm. We know that's a possibility, so we'll work on that. Shopping is still full. That is not good. What shopping do we have? Hang on a second, what needs do we have that give shopping? Yeah, dining's going to be sorted. We don't have gaming. We're not going to go for that right now. Shopping. Okay, hang on a second. Let's just check our things and see how we could get that. Okay, services. So we have shopping. No. Okay, so a small grocer would provide shopping. Okay. Same with a regular grocer. Technically, we could probably afford an art store, but at the same time, too, I'm not sure if that's quite what we want to do with our polymers right now. Small art store, yeah, large art store. Okay, so I think the best way for us to get some shopping in is maybe we go with another grocer. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's build... Maybe we go for a regular sized grocer in this dome. We could tear down the one that we have and replace it, and I think that that's probably in our best interests. Either that or we could just chuck that over here and we don't have to worry about too much. Yeah, let's put that there. We'll shut this one down. Hopefully that should be able to service some more people during the day. That'll be really good for us. Power wise, we still don't need a whole stack of people here. Let's kick out maybe another 1 or 2 people and see if they can shuffle into some of these other jobs. We still need some people for the security, the small space bar. We have people, but again, it's not quite enough. We could also go ahead and send... Oh, do we go for the specialists? I think we probably should. Alright, but either way, we're going to shut down that infirmary. We're going to go ahead and let this get going. Make sure that this is set to specialists only. Alright, so this will be able to treat more people. That's really nice. We can shut down this old one. In fact, we can salvage a little bit from that. Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Alright, the Great Dust Storm has arrived, so not really too concerned. Power is through the roof. That is very good to see. And you know what? Let's go ahead and turn off the polymer factory. We don't really need this working right about now. We have ample supply. So everybody should hopefully be able to shuffle into some other jobs. They're not set to restrictions, so they should be able to figure that out for themselves. Let's see, anything else is shut down that I should be aware of? Or not shut down that should be? I don't think so. No, I think we're doing a-okay. Oh, but we do have a broken dome. Alright, let's see about fixing this. Okay, so nervous colonists watch as a crack in the dome slowly leaks out precious air into the dust storm outside. The dust storm has caused a giant crack in the glass of dome jasper. New leaks spring up constantly. Our drones will struggle to fix all of them. To fix the initial crack, we'll have to send the colonists outside. However, this may be dangerous, and it may be wise to first wait out the storm. Okay, volunteers or delay? You know what? We're going to... bother. We don't have the mayor ability. We don't have the hydro engineer either. I think we're going to have to go ahead and just delay the repairs. Worst comes to worst, we can shuffle everybody out of the dome and turn it off. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so at the moment we have 9 days worth. We only have to remain capable for the next day and a half. Okay, that's okay. We can manage this. I don't think that that's... Yeah, we have prepared sufficiently. As much as that's not ideal, we are not going to suffer too greatly, so that's fine. Let's just double check. Yeah, that'll cost us 2 polymers. That'll get fixed as soon as it can. Food is apparently getting low. Okay, so that is not as good as I would hope. Let's see. We're definitely outscaling our food production at the moment. So if that is the case, we should probably go ahead and start building a new farm. So we'll go ahead and build one over here. This will, in the future, also improve the comfort. But yeah, that is going to be a necessity for us. So we will get that going. Let's see. We may be able to trade, maybe instead of for... What is it? Maybe for some food instead? Yeah, we still have 3 days of food there, I think. Really trying to figure out what's going on there. What about you? Botanist? You know what? Let's go ahead and kick up the heavy workload. If we can minimize any losses, I think it's worth doing. Yeah, let's just double check in on our stuff again. It's still saying that we have a good week's worth at this current rate of expenditure. So I think I'm willing to let that go. It won't take us too long to fix either, because we should be able to fix that. Replenish our stores, because we have all of our moxies with the magnetic filtering. Yeah, we have a good number of moisture vaporators. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright, so we'll leave this be for now. Looks like we've almost finished rapid sleep as well, which will really help. Oh, and India's working on another anomaly. Okay, so which one are they after? New technologies. Alright, well, you know what? We're going to beat them to it. We will happily do that. We will go ahead and... Yeah, we'll go ahead and launch before that they do. But we should still be careful. Let's check in on our Earth-sick colonists. At the moment, we have shopping issues still. Yeah, that is not as good. Let's close this place down, make sure that that gets people working. So that'll be good. That should hopefully see... Actually, no, we'll even just leave this open for now. That should be a good thing for us. Be able to get some more people there. What's going on? Hang on a second, what happened there? What's not happening? Oh, waiting for food to be able to resume. Okay. Let's see, that is a high priority. It shouldn't take us very long. Yeah, there should always be some food nearby, so I'm sure that there'll be at least one little drone just quickly zipping in for some food there. Alright, but either way, that is our rapid sleep done, so now people only need to sleep for 1 hour per day and regain sanity, which is very nice given these sorts of events are bad for people's sanity. So, let's just check. Yeah, we're missing out on shopping, relaxation, and dining. Okay, so we should be able to accept people for services, work, and that's all good. Same over here. Trying to figure out why people aren't able to get all the way through there. That is a little bit of a problem. We've got a medic working in a grocer. That doesn't seem appropriate. Let's go make that a high priority as well. Should be specialists only. And there is our first leak outside of a dome. So let's go ahead and we can do nothing about that one as well. It looks like that is an awkward situation for us. Well, you know what? We'll try and shut that down just in case. But I don't think that's going to get any better. Let's just double check. Yeah, still losing 12 per hour. But again, we have... Yeah, we still have 3-4 days worth, and we have extra stuff, so we're okay. Let's make sure we open up the grid again just in case. No, 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 no. That was the wrong button. Pipe valve. We'll build that back there again. Alright, let's also check out our tech. We are now working on Martian-born adaptability, then the Martian defense, drone hubs, all things that we need. Let's keep going with... let's see... New crops for farms could be nice. Decrease the amount of workers would get better return on our food. Birth rate. Increase the comfort of housing. That could be nice. I think what we may go for is... Yeah, fungal farms. We don't really need that right now. Maybe we go for... I'm thinking maybe a breakthrough for our recharge stations, so our drones have a little bit better movement. If they're not wasting time getting recharged and can just swing by, that's probably good. Either that or... Yeah, better drone capacity at... Oh, battery capacity. Yeah, I think recharging quick is probably better in the long run. Although we will take both, of course. Drone assembler would be good. But again, we've talked about things. I think we go... I think we're going to go for our breakthrough tech. That's going to be a really good one there for us. And then... Let's also go ahead and pick up the colonists with a spy have increased morale. I think that's probably not a bad thing for us either. That's a nice, cheap, easy tech. And that should... Yeah, make our life a little bit better for the majority of our domes at the very least. Okay, so let's see. How long have we got? We have 18 hours until things become available. That should be... Let's see, 1 day before our next harvest, so that should bump up our numbers a little bit. This is also less than a day away. Okay, I think we're fine on food. But again, as long as we're prepared, that's the main thing. This anomaly down over here looks like that could be some extra science, which is nice. Let's go. Keep exploring. So we'll get rid of that. We'll leave these. The trade offer, I think maybe we potentially trade for food instead. Do we still go for metals? Let's just double check. Our consumption is 6, our maintenance is 3, so that's 9 per day. We're only making 5 metals. It is possible. You know what? Let's request food instead. And... do we still want to offer metals, or do we want to offer something else instead? Machine parts could be potentially good. You know, let's have a look at our planetary view and check in on our competition. These guys seem to have not many machine parts, but a stack of food. Stack of food and not many machine parts either. And then, where is the last one? There we go. Yeah, they're also relatively short on machine parts. Okay. Well then, if that's the case, let's go ahead and offer the machine parts. That's something that we have in spades, so that's probably better, and it will keep our supply up and running. Because again, we do use our metals into machine parts, so I think that should be okay. Let's just double check. When we're producing, it costs us... how much does it cost us? Yeah, one metal turns into 1 machine part. Yeah, I think I'd much rather spend the thing that we have in excess, especially when all that it costs us is a little bit of labor. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Alright, so we'll let that be. Let's see. Yeah, we can get rid of the scan. Our Earth-sick colonists, they are slowly getting happier. I do believe that their comfort is slowly increasing. 58. That's not quite as good as I would prefer. Composed and hippie. Okay, you know what? Maybe we need some parks in here. I don't know if we have many parks. In fact, yeah, come to think about it, we don't have any. That is not very good. We need to make people a little bit happier. Let's go with a couple of small gardens. yeah, some exercise, relaxation, and playing is going to be quite crucial. Let's chuck that over here. And then, you know what, we probably have enough room for another one. Let's bring that over here by this entryway as well. Yeah, I think that that is a worthwhile thing to chuck on in there. We should make sure that everywhere has these sorts of things if possible. Let's make sure that we're building at least a small garden. Let's put this over... let's put this over here. Do we want to go over? Trying to figure out exactly what we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2. Okay, so let's just pop that there. That'll help them out. I think they've already got one over here. Yes, they do, and these guys as well. Yeah, so a couple of gardens, that should help us out, make people a little bit happier. Oh, and lots of food for a couple of machine parts. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, we will. Alright. That will save us from any little dangers here while we go ahead and get this extra farm sorted out. We'll go ahead and make this a priority. We'll leave it at 1 person. We'll go ahead and make sure that these are cover crops, and then that'll take us to 50. That'll take us 5 souls. Then we can do some soybeans and some wheat. No, potatoes. Hang on a second. So, what's the math on this? We have 8.5 food per soul, or 11 per soul. Okay, well, potatoes are clearly the better option. Although that doesn't technically... Anyway, so we should really combine the potatoes and soybeans, because that's 40, that's 55, so that's 95 over 10, so that's only mildly better than the wheat. But again, better is better, so we will... Although I do also see that the wheat does cost us less water, but again, that's not an issue for us right now. Let's just go with the potatoes after those cover crops and all of that. We will see that somebody works there at some point. I don't think it's going to be too hard to do, but if we can increase things there, that would be very, very good for us. Let's see, diners, that's up and running. These guys have things, everybody's got food. Yeah, okay, we are not too poorly off. Yeah, and we have a ridiculous amount of power. In fact, let's go ahead and turn that off for now. We don't need this during a dust storm. We don't need their sanity losses. That should hopefully fill in a few of those jobs hanging around. Yeah, that is going to be very important for us. Alright, so let's see. We have 5 hours of the dust storm. That's not really too bad for us. We've made it through pretty easily. Martian-born adaptability is next, so that should hopefully get us a few better graduates. Yeah, this is going to be pretty good for us. Yeah, and what have we got going on? We need water reclamation, of course. Okay. Yeah, well, considering that we don't even have that, and we still have so much in excess, I think that this is fine. Yeah, I think this is perfectly acceptable. Alright, well, Broken Dome. Let's check in on that since the dust storm is over, and we'll see how bad things are. So the dust storm has settled, but the damage to the dome remains a constant threat to the colonists. It is now safe to send a repair team to seal the crack in the dome and stop any further leaks. Do you have any special instructions? Effect: the new fractures will cease to occur due to the major crack in the dome. Existing fractures will be fixed by drones automatically. Okay, so you know what? No, we will double check everything and make sure that all safety protocols are followed. 24 hours, nice and easy. We have more than excessive amounts of everything, so we will be fine. Oh, sorry about that. I just happened to notice the deep head controls for the thing, and I don't have a controller plugged in. But either way, that is not here nor there. Let's go ahead and make sure that we get everything done right the first time round. We are not playing around with any silly ideas. Alright, let's also check in on the tech.
There's more to the barren
Carbonate processor and rejuvenation. that should be, I'd be guessing, yeah, terraforming. That would be good. Let's see. So that's improving atmosphere by burning waste rock. Okay, so another use for that. And then, yeah, rejuvenation. So that would give us improved service comfort and provides relaxation, allowing colonists to visit and gain comfort. Well, that is a very, very nice technology. So I think we will aim for that at some point in the future. Whether it's our next thing or not, we will have to figure out. But right now, I think all things are going well. So that is what matters. Alright, so it looks like food is arriving, so we'll have a nice little excess there. It looks like all of our domes are doing what they need to be doing. Yeah, we're working on our food. We have people in our medical facilities. We have... yeah, everything's going really, really well. So you know what? Let's go ahead and see about sending this off for the planetary anomaly. If we're only going ahead and launching across the planet, I don't think that the Earth-sick colonist is going to try and return to Earth. So let's go ahead and do the exploration. What was the one that they were after? India was thinking of doing this. RC transport for new tech? Absolutely not. That is for us to do. Let's send the caravel. That's nice and easy. Our... yeah, apparently everybody was right in the area, so they just disappeared. And our Earth colonists, our Earth-sick colonists are still here, so that's all good to see. We still have a little bit of electricity, but we need to turn that back on. Let's make sure that at least a couple of people are working there for now. We don't have a huge amount of excess, but we will sooner or later. But to help that get back on track, let's go ahead and open all of our Stirling generators. Make sure that we are refilling our accumulators as best as we can. Oh, actually, it looks like our our accumulators never really had a problem in the first place, did they? We had excess power. But either way, let's make sure that that doesn't become a problem. So let's leave. Yeah, let's, we'll leave Jasper as it is. It looks like another fracture has happened, but again, that'll get fixed up fairly easy. Over the next day, that should go away. We will also be able to go ahead and... Drone hub wireless power? No. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Let's get rid of that architecture, and let's go ahead and build the storage compression. More power, water, and oxygen capacity is a very good plan. So we'll bump that up. Actually, you know what? No. I think we just leave things where they are. These are fairly cheap techs, and that should get us to where we need to go, which is rather nice. So I think that's where we're going to...
Anomaly analyzed.
Oh, wait a second. We've got more anomalies? Okay, hang on. Let's just check in on the tech. Rocketry, network, a Martian network, behavioral melding, and adapted vegetation. Okay, what have we got then? That is... oh, wow. That is a lot of our biotech finished. So that is... yeah, localized terraforming, that'll be very good. A geoscape dome? Very fancy. Ooh, increases sanity every soul, that's very nice. We've also picked up unlocks planting bushes and trees in forestation plants. That's also very good. And then what else have we got? The Martian network increases the research output of all research labs and Hawking Institutes in the dome. Ooh. Well, I do love a whole bunch of extra science, so that could be nice. 21,000, this is 16,000, so only for 5,000 different, but this could theoretically give us a cheaper amount for everything else as far as our science, though it's still ridiculously expensive. And then what else did we pick up? Yeah, advanced rocketry, so we can carry more colonists potentially. And I think... oh yeah, there it is, behavioral melding. So replaces flaws with random perks. That would also be very nice for when we do get the sanatorium. But for now, we're going to have to... what was that? Storage compression? Oh no, we can pick up a new one. That was at the bottom. Let's go for the Let's go for the basics. Let's get that increased morale. I think that'll be good. And we'll call things there for today. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.